I suppose, I mean, my role in the project is about going out and about doing presentations to the likes of social services, to police, to all of those teams, and making sure that all of those teams are aware that we are here and we're here to work with young people who are at risk of offending. So it's about making sure that they all know that we're here to provide support to those young people.
Disability is across all areas of society, so we would have young people from all classes and all kind of middle class, working class, disadvantaged areas. So we open our doors to whoever. So we have people with money and people without money who come to our youth service. We have people from traveller backgrounds, from ethnic minority, from all areas. So we don't have to go out and advertise a whole lot, because if a person has a need, they tend to come to us.
Within our organisation over the last 15 years, we've built up our organisation on the principles of equity, diversity and interdependence. And those principles are basically saying that we don't live in a fair world. We've got to equip our young people to try and make the world that we live in a fair place to be. And then having embedded that into our own organisation, to go out and to try and embed those principles into other faith-based organisations, and give them the skills not only to deal with their own constituency of young people, but actually to reach out to others as well.
Well, a programme we've been involved in this year is training our young volunteers and staff up in disability awareness. We're going to be doing a partnership project with the Cedar Foundation, but we needed to develop awareness for our own staff and management before we worked with the group. So we've just undertaken training with the Cedar Foundation to facilitate the young people's involvement in the centre.
I mean, my own Scout group where we work with these young people and children simply have a very serious and open policy of no one is ever excluded, no one is ever sent away. And some of the young people that we work with are enormously challenging, and you've got to be patient, and it takes the time.
A number of things. Because we're a theatre company, we're generally only ever seeing each child or each young person once, so it's a lot different to a lot of youth organisations where you'd be able to build relationships with young people and have long-term programmes with them. We've done a number of things. The first one is, I suppose, that one of our projects was a play called Bulletproof, which was about issues surrounding suicide and emotional health and all that sort of thing. It was a verbatim project, which means that the playwright went out and interviewed young people over a period of weeks, and interviewed young people about who had gone through those sorts of issues and who maybe had emotional health problems, and recorded that, took those words away and put them into a play, which was then performed to those young people. It was something that we were really nervous about, because it could go one of two ways, but we found that the young people were really kind of built up by it, because they could distance themselves from their problems, from the issues that they had, and I suppose from the exclusion that they felt as a result of their emotional health problems. They could put that onto a character, and they could see how they would react to that character, what advice that they would give them. So although theatre is kind of a one-off experience in a lot of ways, we definitely see ways that we can strategically address problems of inclusivity.